Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome to today's video. It's Tuesday. Time is really not working with my brain lately. Like, I cannot believe how fast time has gone. I wanted to get on and chat about my week so far, and I'm having a really hard time focusing. So I figured if I talk a little bit, then I can get back to work. Actually, I have a meeting in 15 minutes, so that gives me a hard cutoff time for this video. This week, I was really sick. On Tuesday, I was feeling a little bit better. So today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm talking about. I literally thought again for the fourth time today that it was Tuesday. So I've been sick all week and I'm feeling better today. Yesterday I was feeling like halfway there, but the brain fog was really bad. But I thought it was COVID, but I took a test and it was negative. So whatever it was, I don't know. I was able to work because I work virtually, so I still worked. I just worked from bed, writing reports. A little bit better, but the brain fog, but I'm having a really hard time focusing today. I wanted to maybe in my video say one thing that's going well for everything that is not going well so that we keep it positive. So let's start with what's going well. Oh, my social emotional lesson. I shared about that in the last video. So actually I was feeling pretty anxious about them the last 2 weeks, and I think that is just right now my anxiety is a little higher than my typical. I've been a little bit more self-critical, and so I was thinking my social emotional lessons weren't well received, or maybe they aren't helpful, maybe people thought they were silly, and that's just all stuff I made up in my own head. But I put out a lesson that I created on in our last vlog I made, and people loved it. My highlight of my day yesterday was getting messages from the teachers who said they really liked the video. One of them messaged me on Sunday. She was reading through the lesson and she said that the lesson was her favorite by far, that she likes all my lessons, but this one was her most favorite so far. And she said that they're not only helpful for the kids, but they're helpful for the teachers too. So that really got me, and I've just been really enjoying that because they're actually helpful for me as well. My lesson last week is something that I actually have been needing to hear myself, and this ties into kind of areas that aren't going so great for me right now, and that is having ADHD and other mental health stuff like anxiety and how that impacts my work. Because it is a disability, and right now I'm noticing that, for example, today I am really having a hard time focusing, and then I was sick and I had the brain fog, and I get really bad brain fog when I'm really anxious as well. So I don't have to be sick to be really brain foggy. I get in this state of like, just sometimes I can just like shut down and my brain is not functioning at like the highest capacity. Recently I've been feeling sometimes frustrated when my ADHD is impacting my work, but it's just part of life, right? I'm literally having to write like 2 sentences and then tell myself I get to crochet and then respond to an email and then do something fun. Sometimes I have to give myself some behavioral interventions to help me access my work environment, and that's nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, I think it's really cool to see representation of people with disabilities in a field like school psychology. Without that representation, it can kind of feel like you don't belong, but I promise you, you do belong, and we can do this successfully together. In my last social emotional lesson, it was really nice for me to hear because the lesson is about all of our strengths that other people perceive as weaknesses. So the example in a video that I showed, it was a TED Talk on characteristics and how people perceive them as weaknesses, but when you're in the right context, or you see them differently, they can be your strengths. And this man talked about how when he was a child, he was always moving, he was always talking, and at school he was always getting trouble being told to be quiet, and he had ADHD, and how this is perceived as a weakness until now he's an adult and he gets to talk to people for a living, and he's a professor and he can move around as much as he wants and he's in control, and now people value that energy that he brings. And then there were other examples about Albert Einstein. I didn't write that he had autism, but experts think that he might have had autism and ADHD as well. And so I put examples about Albert Einstein had a hard time spelling, he had a hard time tying his shoes, writing, he had a hard time in class sitting still, focusing, but he didn't let that get in his way, and he changed the world because of it. These social emotional lessons are helpful for me and hopefully for the kids and for the other teachers I'm hearing. And yeah, today I'm realizing that the ADHD is really ADHDing, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I had to hop off for a meeting and some counseling with a student, and then I did an evaluation meeting as well. But anyway, thanks for always listening and supporting. Thanks for being along the ride as I navigate being a school psychologist with a disability. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.